Hey there, just checking the microphone is working, and it is. Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope you are staying cozy in this crazy weather. It's certainly starting to get cooler as we're heading into the autumn months. Hey, Karen, glad you're here. Um, I've got some crafting to do tonight, but before I get into that, I just want to remind people very quickly about the stamping sale. So it's a flash sale. It's running for 24 hours. Those 24 hours starts tonight at 11 p.m. because normally it would be a midnight to midnight, but because the Europe office is an hour ahead of us, our sale starts at 11 o'clock tonight and it finishes at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. In fact, I would just consider that it finishes at 10 o'clock to make sure you get your orders in. 15% discount off all stamp sets. Now, in the past when they've done this, it's only been like annual catalogue and the Christmas stuff hasn't counted. It counts this time, okay? Annual catalogue, Christmas catalogue, online exclusives, not the last chance list. So if you've been eyeing up some of the last chance items that are already heavily discounted, they're not putting another discount on there. So sorry about that. But everything else automatically applies the discount at checkout. So make sure you grab some bargains on stamp sets, not bundles. Okay, so if you're buying the stamps and the dies together, check out the price because it might be cheaper buying them separately than buying them together. It also includes stamp products, so clear blocks, the Stampin' Scrub and Stampin' Mist, the Stampin' Chamois, the brayer. There's loads of items that are included other than just stamps. So please do check it out. If there's anything on your wish list, now is the time to get it and grab a bargain. Cool. Right. Now let's get to crafting because I know that's what you're all here for. So tonight, I am going to be sharing with you one of the kits, and this is the Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. Okay, so this particular kit is £34, and you get enough in the kit to make 6 2-page scrapbook spreads. So give me a comment in the chat if scrapbooking is something that you have tried, that you like, that you're not into, that you're curious about. Hey, Linda, glad you're here. If you've never tried it, I would strongly recommend it. It is good fun. We were doing scrapbooking at one of the recent Stampin' Up days, which I really, really enjoyed. I had more fun doing it than I thought I was. And so this is one of the scrapbooking. This is the scrapbooking kit from the Kits collection, which is not the same as the scrapbooking kits, but I thought it would be interesting to open it up, have a look, see what you get, because it's a good entry into scrapbooking. So this is the Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. Let's crack it open and see what we've got. And we'll see how much of it I actually assemble, because I don't know if I've got time to do 6 double-page spreads. The instructions, they do actually give you the instructions for all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, that looks like it's only 5. I thought it was enough to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what it is. Okay, so you do get all the instructions. It's just the first ones that they go into more detail with. The colours that are included, basic beige, basic grey, cloud cover. Oh, just realised the light. Let's stick the light on so you can see. Basic beige, basic grey, cloud cover, crumb cake, darling duckling, grey granite, lost lagoon, petal pink, pretty peacock, secret sea, shaded spruce, and very vanilla. So there's quite a lot of different colours in that kit. Let's pull it out and see what you get. So a roll of tear tape, which is really good. This is one of these kits that you could be on a desert island and complete with. There doesn't seem to be any twine, so you don't even need scissors, which is really good. We've got a little pack of cards here. Let's open this up, see what this is. These look very similar to the Memories and More cards, which are really useful for scrapbooking and memory keeping. They're also good for card making. There's also nothing to say you have to use this kit for scrapbooking. You could just get it and make cards out of it. Ooh, that's interesting. Little thing of glue dots, but they're in amongst the cards, so you need to watch out for them. Then these all look different. Memories and more cards, they're often, you get 2 of each. Oh, and they're all plain on the back. They're all white. So let's very quickly just flick through these. Florals, chevrons, florals, watercolour wash, leaves, roses, flowers, leaves, leaves, watercolour wash. This one is like a beige watercolour wash. Do you see that kind of the gradient? Little checker, not checker, what would you call that? Graph paper, dots, notelets, stripes, crosses. Hearts are cute. I think that's my favourite so far. Bigger stripes, dots, and lines. There we go. My top tip as usual, put your favourite one to the top, because if you're looking at something and it's something that you really like, you're more likely to pick it up and use it. Hey Jean, glad you're here. Right, what else have we got in here? So pulling this open, I'm just going to pull them all out. Scrapbooking is traditionally 12 by 12. So this kit comes in a 12 by 12 box, and we've got lots of 12 by 12 paper. So this one, this piece of paper and the one underneath it is a variety of stripes. Now I'm starting to think you might need a trimmer for this kit. Do you? Or maybe that's the page, that's the pattern. You might need a trimmer for this one, just looking at it. Don't know. Jury's still out. Having a look to see. Doesn't say if you need anything else. Anyway, you've got 2 pages that have got these kind of strips and stripes on it. Let's put them over to one side. Ooh, now this is handy. These ones, so you've got a variety of tag element type pieces there, but I don't know if you can tell, these are pre-cut. So you just pop these out and they're pre-cut for you. So that's handy. Now we're getting into background papers. They're all single-sided from what I can see. Yeah, just plain white on the back. Let's pop that over there. This one with the chevrons. This is pretty. And there's one of the Memories and More type cards that coordinates with that. Another watercolour wash one. One of the things that's really good about this is you could really easily recreate that in any colours you wanted. Just blending brushes or pens. Oh, here's another one of these ones with the pieces that all pop out. At first I thought it was a duplicate of the other one, but they're not. It's the same shapes, but different colours. So this one's like little pink heart, pink background with cream hearts. This one's a secret sky background with vanilla hearts. So textured background there. Another textured one. This one almost looks like linen. Can you see the texture on that? That's really cool. A little triangular grid pattern. I used to love colouring these in when I was a kid. I used to do all these sort of geometric colouring books. Stripes, that looks like petal pink to me. And the spots to go with it. This is another stripy kind of background. More texture. So again, this one looks like sackcloth almost, like burlap. Ooh, more pieces. Right, so this is another one where you poke out the bits. And we've got some strawberries, hearts, bikes, cameras, typewriter, flowers, a globe, lemons. There's lots of different variety here. So that's cool. I'm going to pop that to that side. Another textured background piece. Ooh, this looks good. Now, these are stickers. You can tell because they don't punch all the way through. But these are ones that you peel off and the adhesive is on the back, which is really good because trying to stick tear tape onto some of these written text ones would be quite tricky. These are really lovely. Just a pro tip, if you are doing these, if you're getting this kit, don't forget the I dotted on the dot for your I. So life, this, memories, you'd want to make sure that you got that I to dot in. The other ones there. Oh, this is really cool because I was thinking, I don't remember saying that I needed this kit in English. You've also got the words in German and French. So this is one of these multilingual kits. So if you wanted to, you could swap out some of the words for ones in different languages. The other thing, which I've seen people do, is for the words in the languages that you're not going to use, you can cut up these letters and use them to assemble different words. So I could have, let's see, I was going to say, could I do an Emma? But I don't think there's enough M's. Well, actually, there's an M there. I can certainly do a Tom because I've got a T, an O, and an M. So you could get creative by cutting up the letters and making additional words. So lots of fun there. Let's put all the words together for just now. Then we've got these are more stickers as well, which again is good because these leafy pieces, I think it would be quite tricky and time consuming to stick dots or tear tape to the back of all of these. So, right. Okay, so there's actually quite a lot in that kit. What do you get? So you've got actually, if I read it off the website, then that will tell me everything that's in it. I did bring this up beforehand. So you've got 12 sheets of designer series paper, 18 sheets of patterned paper pieces, 5 sheets of printed stickers and pre-cut images, and the adhesives. I think that's quite a lot for 34 quid. So, yeah. Let's give it a go. So, if you have never scrapbooked before, could this kit help you do scrapbooking? So, you start off with one of these grey speckled backgrounds. And actually, these look similar. You meant to do 2 like these. I think you do. Right. If I put these 2 together, I think the first thing I'm going to do is sort out all the pieces and all the pages so I know where things go. So you don't have to follow the instructions if you don't want to, but if you do want to, you can. It would be a good idea to lay it out first. So I think these 2 pieces I'm going to put together. Then I'm just having a look down. I think the spots and the stripes together. I think that making a double page spread would be a good idea. Let's kind of put that slightly at an angle. Then we've got these 2 pieces are the same. So I'm going to put them as a double page spread together. Next, we've got the kind of watercolor wash and stripy ones for these to go together as a double page spread. Might change that, haven't decided. Then what do we have next? We've got, these 2. So the tiny little triangles and the stripy lines together. I'm going to put them together. And then that leaves me with these 2 together. Just having a look at the recommendations. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think I'm going to put those two together. I'm going to start off though just with the grey ones that appear to be the first page. So this one here. And I'm going to get, we've got this stripy piece. Where is that stripy piece? It's this one here. Do you know, I think you are going to need a trimmer for this kit. So I am going to trim off this piece. So let's see if I put that down. That looks like it goes to about there. So that's about 3.5 inches. Takes me right along that line. And then, what's that? 1.5 inches. Takes me along that line. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to use my tear tape. And I'm going to put, again, just following the instructions here, strip of tear tape all the way along. And then I'm going to put this down the center of my page. If you're worried about things not being straight, then do it at a jaunty angle. I am not overly worried about things being straight. So I'm just going to stick that down by eye. I think that looks all right. And then next, we need these tag pieces. So let's take this one, and this one. There we go. Remember to poke out the hole, because then they're not really tags. I don't know if anybody else has been watching Great British Bake Off, but I feel a little bit like I'm doing the technical Great British Bake Off, where you're just given the pile of ingredients and pared down instructions. The scrapbooking kits have a lot more detail and a lot more instructions in them. This particular one, which is from the kits collection rather than the scrapbooking collection, and there is a difference. This one I think is a lot more flexible for you to do your own thing. Not that you can't do your own thing for the other scrapbooking kits as well, of course, but the instructions on this one are more visual. It's more pictures that you look at and then decide how you want to do things rather than very specific measurements and placements and stuff. So at the end of the day, it just depends what your preference is. If you want a more guided, choreographed experience, I think I would probably recommend the scrapbooking collection rather than this particular kit. Not that this isn't a fab kit and I am enjoying it, but I'm going to be doing the scrapbooking kits at my Intro to Scrapbooking course. So if you would be interested in trying it, the scrapbooking collection can be a little bit pricey. So it would be a pared down version. So you wouldn't have to buy a whole kit. You would just do one double page spread rather than doing a full kit. But then you would have the option to go to the enhanced class afterwards if you wanted to. So watch this space for information on scrapbooking classes. All right, so now that one goes on there, so it gets more tear tape along the back. Part of me was thinking, why am I doing this with tear tape? It would look good with dimensionals. But of course, these are going into a pocket. So you don't want to have things that are too bulky. Now, the photos go on here. So you would have 3x3 photos that go onto this space. And then you have your sentiments. Now, I'm going to pull this together the way that it's suggested. So these are the moments. I'm going to stick that down there. And then we use one of the mini hearts, this one here, just at the top, like that. And then I'm going to show you a tip that they showed us when we did the scrapbooking class at the Stampin' Up event. So for these, I'm going to use this leafy piece and that leafy piece. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them out with my scissors. They are pre-cut, so you don't have to do this. If you've got your photos and everything already, you can just stick your photo down and then stick your stickers down. But this is, I thought, was a really, really clever tip. So if you get the sticker that you're going to be putting on the page, because again, I haven't prepared photos for this. I'm doing the pages first, and then I will match the photos to the page rather than the other way around. So I know I want a square photo that's going to go in there and a square photo that's going to go in there. And then these pieces are going to go over the top. Actually, it's not that one I wanted, it's the other one. Let's just very quickly cut that one out. There we go. So I want this sticker to go here, but I want to be able to put a photo on underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off my sticker, and then I'm going to peel off all of these little bits, although it occurs to me that in itself would be pretty. You could put that on a page or on a scrapbook. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to peel off this backing, get rid of all these little bits. Any comments from any of the other people who were there on the scrapbooking thing with me? Linda, I know you were on my table and we did the scrapbooking together. How did you find it? Do you enjoy playing with the scrapbooking kits? Right, I'm going to have my photo here, but I want to have it go underneath the sticker. So I'm going to put the sticker on like that. So it is stuck down to the page, but then there's a bit of the sticker backing. Can you see that? So the sticker backing is there as well. So it's stuck to the page. I can stick my photo behind it, and then I can peel off that backing and stick the rest down. And I'm going to do this. Am I going to do the same with this one? No, because it doesn't go over the photo. So the photo is going to be there, and this sprig is going to go off to the side. So it will stick like that. So I'll still be able to slip my photo in, and then I'll be able to peel off that backing. And then this little heart goes over the top there with some more tear tape. Ah, you see, I wasn't paying attention. There was another piece that was meant to go underneath that I forgot. Right, how can I fix this? I bet I can fix it. Let's stick that over the top first. The piece which I forgot was that big piece there? No. It was this piece. This smaller banner piece. You loved the scrapbooking. Lots of tips. I loved it as well. It really was good. Right. This piece was meant to stick underneath this sticker. Can I peel it up? Very carefully. I do not recommend doing this. I recommend when you do it, getting it right first time. You know what? We're going to cheat. I'm going to chop that up. And I'm going to stick it under just that tiny piece there. And then we're going to stick that back down. There we go. Nobody can tell, right? What's my line? I get it wrong so you don't have to. There we go. And then that's the scrapbooking page. So the idea in the instructions is that you would stick 2 photos in there and then do a little handwritten journaling along the bottom. So I could pick a couple of pictures to go on there. And then that's my scrapbook page. Don't do it, just change the layout. Too late, Linda. I have gone with it, and I think it's worked. It's been safe, just about. Right. Let's try another one. Okay, I like this. I do have, so if I was going to do this as a 2-page spread, what I would do for the second one is I would take the next pieces of tags and I would put them along there, and I would use another one, probably that floral piece there, and I would cut that out and lay that along and have more of these tags. So it's basically an extension of this. So you would have this one with the second one side by side. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do it just now. Let's use this. Before I cut this strip, I'm just going to check the instructions to see that their plan isn't for me to use it on another page. And it doesn't appear to be, so let's give it a try. The trimmer really does make cutting strips like this so easy. Do not know how I managed before I had my Stampin' Up trimmer. Craft knives. I used to use a craft knife and a metal ruler all the time. It was a faff. Now, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to show you the second page spread, because in scrapbooking, you often have an album that will open up and you'll have the 2 pages kind of side by side facing each other. So if you're going to do a double page spread where the 2 pages are similar like this, one of the things that you want to do is this central element that goes all the way along, you want to make sure that they line up. Okay, so I'm going to put this page alongside the first one, and then I'm going to line up the strip and pop it right the way over like that. So now I've got this double page spread where the strip goes all the way along. And actually, I think it would be nice this way around. Let's use the tags. So we've got that one, that one, and then, and again, I'm just going to check to make sure, does it say that I should be using any of the tags? Yes, now you see, that tag gets used, this one here, that one here gets used on another page. So I'm not going to use that one. Just going to have a quick look to see the rest. And I think I'm okay. So yeah, I'm going to use this one. You've got the 3 tags. I only have one photo piece, but that's all right because I think these ones would just each have their own photo on it. And so the 2-page spread would basically have 5 photos on it. Cool. Right, let's pop that to one side. And I'm going to do one of the other ones. I want to use this one here that's kind of using the memories and more. They're really pretty, these. Let's... Actually, this is the 2-page spread because I really like this one. It's really stylish. I'm going to do these 2 and show you what this looks like. So it wants the strips. So it's this strip, and this strip. So let's just cut these away. This one, and this one. And then I'm just going to take a tiny sliver off of that. And then cut it along there, like that. Right, so didn't want to come out the trimmer. So this page has this strip that goes down about here. So the first one was all about horizontal stripes. This one is all vertical stripes. One of the things that I like about the other scrapbooking kits that we haven't got in this one, and to be honest, I do think it's an omission, is the photo placeholders. So the main scrapbooking kits have got pieces of paper that are the size of the photos that would fit into the spaces, which means it makes it really easy for you to kind of finish a page because you can see where the photos are going to end up. So we've got that, and then I think it's this little piece here. So the page that I'm doing is this one here. Can you see? So the idea is that you would have 3 photos that would go down this strip, and then this little piece that just kind of sits over the top. Then you would have journaling along the side, and then it uses the lemons. Very citrusy and fresh. So lemon there, these lemons, and then some of the leaves. I think it's these leafy pieces here. So your photos go about here. Then you've got this lemon that kind of goes over the top with that underneath. And then you've got this lemon that's about here with this sprig underneath. So let's just do that by eye. This lemon I'm not sticking down completely because there's going to be a photo that's going to go there as well. So I've just put a little bit of tear tape along the bottom, but let's kind of work out. So my photo's going to be there, my lemon's going to be about there, with this piece there at a jaunty angle. This piece is about there, and then we need the words, the little things that goes about there. There we go. And you can see I've still got this flap where my photo will still sit underneath, and this one will have so it'll have the 3 photos and then that tag just over the top. And that's another scrapbooking page. These are coming together really quickly and they're really easy and I really like them. Let's look at this one. So this again has the vertical stripes. Now this one, I think they've kind of overlapped it to make these 3 stripes about the same width. Part of me's thinking I could just trim that and use that as another. I'm going to. Then it can be used as another stripe on something else. More scrapbooking. Or I could do cards. Actually, you could do some really nice card designs with these layout ideas. The kits are really good for giving you inspiration with colour themes. I've mentioned this before. If there's a kit that you really like and you like the colours that it uses, then have a look in the kit instructions or even just look online. You don't even have to buy the kit. And look to see what colours the designers use to make those cards, and then use the same colours to make your own projects. That is a good way. If you are one of these people who's not too sure which colours go together and you want some extra help, then that is a good way to do it. Let's put this alongside. There we go. So we've got these strips. And then we've got the photo, which goes over the top. And it has, again, this little tag piece that sits over the top. So I'm going to leave that off. Then we have a strawberry. Of course, because it pairs with the lemons. So this one, the strawberry sits here and the photo sits underneath. So I'm just going to stick down a little bit along the edge so that my photo can still go into place. Let's put it right there. There you go. I've still got plenty of place for my photo stick. And then we do currently loving. Now you see that is meant to go over the photo. So I'm going to accidentally stick this to the back of the sticker sheet. Right, let's stick that over there. And then let's cut off a piece of sticker sheet. There we go. And then this way, my sticker, which is going to go across the strawberry, currently loving, but then my photo is getting tucked underneath there. So I want to have some of the sticker backing. So there you go. I'll put that there. And then currently loving life. We need to put the words on next. These stickers are really lovely. But it goes down here. Don't forget the wee dot. Pick it up with either your scissors or if you've got a take a pick tool, that would be perfect as well. Let's put that dot, the eye. currently loving life. There we go. So strawberries on one side, lemons on the other. Currently loving life and the little things. I really like this. The 2-page spread. Really pretty with these little pieces so they don't go missing. What's our time like? Time to do maybe one more? Just having a look at the pages. Oh yes, right. I know which one I'm going to do to finish. Let's use this kind of burlap sack type one. And it's using, I think it's one of the cards. So let's just pull these out. Do we have one of these that's all coloured stripes? Oh, we had one with stripes. Yeah, there it is. Ah, chevrons. That's why I couldn't find it. There we go. So we used that kind of in the center part here up at the top. But then we need, let's see which pieces comes together. I'm starting to get lots of bits off to one side here. So we use a long yellow piece. Where's the long yellow piece? Yeah, there it is. This one here. So it kind of goes underneath. And then there's another long piece with leaves. I wonder where that's from. Not lower. Or is it another card? It's another card. Right. There we go. So you have this that goes over the top like that. And then this, which goes over the top like that. So it layers up. Because I was thinking, how do they get these little pieces? But that's how they do it. And then what we do is we use the flowers. So we need, is it this bunch of flowers here? I think it is. So this piece goes in the corner like that. And then we have the photo that goes in the middle. We've got a sentiment that goes along the bottom, which I'm going to cut. There's my scissors. So the sentiment goes along the bottom, enjoy the now, and then some of these sprigs go on as well. So you've got this leaf piece and then this other piece there. Let me just stick some of these down because I think this is quite pretty and it's quite clever the way they put that together. So let's start off with my yellow banner piece here. I'm just going to have that like so. There you go. And then stick that over the top. So what might be an idea is to put the glue onto there. So that, like that, and this goes on like that, and then the whole thing sticks onto my page. What do we think, gang? Are you still on the fence about scrapbooking? Are you prepared to be convinced? Are you in love with it already? What do you think of the colours? I like the colour combination. They're different colours to the ones that I would normally choose for myself, but they do work. I think they're very pretty. There we go. Let's stick this down. I also worry that the lighting doesn't really show off the colours to their best effect. It is quite a vibrant colour. The pink is much brighter in person than I think it is on the screen. Yeah, I'm just going to stick this down. Enjoy the now. I'm going to put that. Oh, don't want it quite that much along the bottom. Can I peel it off? If it's damaged underneath, and it hasn't, it wants to be slightly higher up. There we go. And then the photo goes over the top. And then let's do the same trick again with the leaves. Let's chop them up. So not quite a desert island kit, this one, because you would need scissors, you would need a trimmer, and you'd need photos as well in due course. So let's pull that off and pull that off, and then let's pull this backing piece off. It does work well, Linda, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't claim any of the credit for it, obviously, but right. Let's put the sticker sheet there to protect where the photo would be. Do you want to stick that down there? And that there. Actually, I think the paler one looks nice behind the darker one, so let's just do that. That's the joy of having them on the sticker sheet. You can move them around and position them as you choose. There we go. Enjoy the now. That's another scrapbooking page. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching on Facebook and YouTube and on Catch Up. So this is the Make a Memory scrapbooking kit. So that is one of the pages that we have made tonight. Then we had the Do the Little Things, or the Little Things with 3 photos that will go down there. Currently Loving Life with a photo that will go in the centre there. And then these are the moments, photography pages, again with the stickers to one side. So I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scrapbooking pages in under an hour. There's still more than half the kit left. There's still all of these cards to play with. There's all the stickers, there's the words, there's the sheets. There's lots more in terms of layout and instructions that I can follow and copy if I choose. There's plenty of space for journaling. It's basically everything a scrapbooker would want. So, I'm going to flick back just to say bye. Don't forget the stamp sale that starts 11 o'clock tonight, finishes 11 o'clock tomorrow, 15% off all stamps, apart from Last Chance. So check it out. It's a really, really good opportunity to grab a bargain and to grab some of those bits and pieces that you've been wanting. As always, if you've got any questions, then just give me a shout and enjoy the rest of your week. Happy crafting.